woman, black hips, black kiss, black lips, afro with a black pig. Love when you talk that blackish. Black man, black fist, black dialect, black grip, like comment,
Vocal Dialect Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Vocal Dialect Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.
Black schools, black scholars, black doctors, black designers, black garments, black stage, black performance, black panel, black audience, black mothers, black fathers, black sons, black daughters, black love, black honor. You black today, you gonna be black tomorrow. Black woman, black hips.
So what up? Venture, RBG, Pyramid Field stockbroker, word bar, tree smoker, double cipher, god body, enemy choker, license to kill, I cut, shake, poke you, more sense than 50 fucking jokers. Strategize, plot, plan to invoke you, let you know, first the mind of Minota. Fuck complain, rearrange that culture, we sustain, set flame through the vulture, DNA trained to retain the warrior soldier, designed by the Lord, universal swords, sing songs, cut chords, contemplating cosmic laws, sign of the times, ring the alarms. Too late, we elevate and then drop bombs. Don't hesitate when we activate the arms. Create the chaos, we regulate the calm. Relate the genius, imitate the war they on. Take what we create and make their weak strong. When we come for mine, what side you be on? Black power shower and scatter till they gone. Every season, more revealing than they charms. I use my talent like a phallic in her palms. I'm a double fister, Mr. Only Sister, give my lawns. It's a melanin nation, they face it, it's small. Do I drop a cop when they roll? What up, cuz?
Vengeance,
What up,
vengeance,
What up, fam?
RBG,
Gangsta.
MC, master ceremony.
What's going on, brother, man?
Slow motion, slow motion.
What's goody in the hoodie, man? Sure.
You already know.
What's up? What's up, Big Ham? Scott Big Ham in the house, man.
Hey, Scott, call me, man. Call me, Scott. I got something for you.
Yeah, politics, Scott. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need to get I'm busy, man. I'll be back at the beloved community. Queen got his help about to come in. Queen got
Peace, y'all. What's good?
What's poppin'?
it was
Pop.
good. Queen.
I'm still getting my life in order. I just got in.
Oh yeah.
Just get in?
Yeah.
Ah,
What's
man. You should have canceled.
Hey, Queen say she just about getting her still getting her life in order, man.
You should have canceled.
And I'm canceled? Wow. So funny. What y'all up to?
Now,
I'm getting ready to start.
waiting on no bossy.
You know, the bus. Did anybody text him or anything?
Talk to him, kicking with him, skating with him, nothing. You West Coast tripping this weekend? I heard you.
Say that again, Queen.
Giving Nate Dogg vibes. It's giving Nate Dogg vibes.
Oh, yeah. Hold up. Hey.
Yeah.
Hold
Oh
up.
yeah, this my California love, man.
Hey.
Yeah. Late dog, all of that.
Hold up. Hey.
Yo, that's official now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Okay, Nate Dogg. Heard
Where's
you.
no bossy?
Regulators.
I'm sure I'm gonna regulate some shit.
Nah, that's Warren G. Regulators Warren G. I'm sorry.
Warren G.
Regulators Warren G.
And Nate Dogg. He on the
That's
hook.
okay.
So
Okay. Yeah, he on the hook. All right.
same thing, shoot. They made it together. So,
Yo, that's
hey, Queen, what we gonna talk about tonight? What's good? What's goody in the hoodie?
That's the wrong coast.
What's the right quote then?
Coast, East Coast, West Coast.
That is the wrong
Oh,
coast. That was
yeah,
East Coast.
yeah.
Yeah, that was East Coast.
I'm from the
Today we're gonna
Midwest.
talk about current events, everything that's going on, on Monday in Vocal Dialect on our YouTube channel. We talked about the Kendrick and Drake feud that's happening right now, which is getting a little ratchet.
Right.
And it's a lot of current events going on right now, so that's where we headed.
Well,
What up, tribe?
Peace, man. What's good?
I'm gonna pin it.
pin.
What is? Yeah, it's not in.
Oh, I gotta
Oh no,
write
I
it down.
seen it right in
All
there.
right,
Yeah, I thought it was on
let me
there.
do. My bad.
You good? Oh, bossy
Somebody kick it off. All right, so let's Ken or Knowledge, you want to recap on the Sunday thing real quick? What was the ultimate topic about? We ended on Cinco de Mayo, but we started on.
Oh, he joined. There you go. Well, I know we ended on Cinco de Mayo for the live. You know what I'm saying? It's good because Queen put some light that they don't even celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Mexico.
Yeah,
Y'all
you had
walking
cut me
around
off
with
too, homie. I'll be back.
y'all got umbrellas on, sombreros on, walking around talking about holas, buenos dias, buenos cadelos. Y'all quick to hop to everybody else's culture, but don't hop to your own culture.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's what
it's
we end.
crazy.
That's what we ended with on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
Cinco Michelo.
It was basically just a point of proving as a community, I have nothing against Spanish people. I'm half Hispanic. I just came from Dominican Republic. I was speaking Spanish all week. And I'm like at a point right now where you really have to understand what your history and your heritage actually celebrate, because you're giving energy to things that you don't even know the true origins of, or what, the status quo is for your own culture. So it's like, we really need to stop promoting that energy, because it's still backed by the United States. The United States has a holiday every single month. So why are we continuing to give them this credit when we really should be, pouring that energy back into ourselves or our community?
Obasi told them to celebrate that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing where I feel that's the reason why. And it's just really sickening to me because, man, I seen a dude with a sombrero on and all that, man. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, and it was packed, jam packed, back to
But
back with
I
black
got a
people,
question though.
man.
Are they distracted?
Yeah, they
Man,
distracted.
nah, they more than
Man, you
distracted.
got
They
Drake, you got
beyond,
Kendrick, you got
beyond
stuff overseas, you got Cinco de
No,
Mayo.
I'm talking about the people that's wearing them sombreros.
sombrero. Man,
Are they distracted?
they
Are
beyond. They
you
beyond that.
trying to say
Hey,
it's the
Yeah,
Hispanics distracted
beyond
or the
is
that,
it a
you
blacks?
got.
distraction?
Hey, look. The Nicaraguans and the Venezuelans just got here yesterday, right? In about 2 or 3 more years, they gonna be established. And guess we gonna be celebrating their holiday and spending money with them.
Because they want every culture but their own. They ain't African. That's why I said on the on one we had a while back that we have to start embracing saying black, because when we saying melanated, in my opinion, when we saying melanated, it's all inclusive.
Right.
So and that's another way. Notice they like don't use black, don't use things that are strong and bold, and it's like,
So
but yeah,
you
they
saying
wilding
don't
with
say melanated?
huh?
You saying don't say melanated?
Because it's like it's all inclusive. It's like the all lives matter of that.
You don't want to be inclusive.
Because think about it. Do Chinese have a bit of melanin in them?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
See what I'm saying? So when we're saying that, it's shared with everybody else that is of melanated pigmentation.
I get what you're saying. I understand it from that perspective, but it also still shames other cultures who are melanated and don't realize that they're too on the other side. They just may receive the racism a little less.
Right. A lot less.
What does it
But when
matter?
we but when we saying black, we know who specifically
100%. No, I don't
you're,
agree with,
you're talking about.
yeah, I don't disagree
Yeah.
with what you're saying. But I do,
But
but so there's still, as the original people, there still has to be some type of exclusivity, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
can we say the most melanated people?
Demelanated people.
What's wrong
Can be
You
the
can
most.
say
with just straight
the
up black? Like I think that's why I'm like left, because we still like with the inclusion of melanin. Like I feel like most people are afraid to say black, especially now when in this age of information. They're afraid to say black. Remember, we had songs like "I'm Black and I'm Proud." You
Oh
know,
yeah.
yeah.
this
But
is
you
why
know,
we say black.
but
This
you
is
know,
why we say Black Power.
a lot of schools of thought say don't say black. You know, we can't say black.
Exactly.
We can't say melanated. So I'm gonna just say
Us.
yeah, we can say us. We can say us. We can say us.
I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, again, it's like they always talk about that form when you get a job. It tells you like which ethnicity are you,
Right.
and I remember asking an HR director like, okay, so what do I technically put if I'm Puerto Rican and Bayesian from Barbados? Like, do I put two or more races? Because when I put two or more races, it says not Hispanic or Latino. So then I'm like, okay, so what am I doing? How are you calling that? So now I just check, don't want to fucking answer, don't want to fucking answer. Like, I'm not answering this whole form at this point. Because why do you need to know? You're not about to get extra $5, $25, $35,000 off of me because you hired me.
Well, you know, yeah, that is the private census of it.
Mm-hmm.
For having a certain amount of alleged minority in the workforce. You know what I'm saying? They get money or whatever. But it is what it is. I will say this though. For the ones who are brown skin, dark skin, light skin, whatever you want to call it, or we can say the people, the original people, children of the sun,
Right.
because we are the original people, children of the sun.
Yeah.
Because anytime you got an oppressor in Africa, um, he walking around with an umbrella and you walking around without an umbrella, that means you don't supposed to be over there.
Okay. I also look at it like this: when we're talking on a lower level, right? When we are kind of disgusted with people, like if they're publicly fighting in a negative, or we say black on black, we say, man, black folks, man, as black folks, we our own worst enemy. You see how we claim it when it's when it's lower, when it's
Mm.
negative, we claim it. We say, man, black folk out their mind. We don't say melanated folks are out of their mind. We don't use these terms when we speaking of a lower nature. We speak more direct to who to the crowd that we're talking to. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it makes good sense.
Like,
the
because they call
average,
it what? Black on black violence.
Right. I get what you
You see what I'm saying? So when I'm saying if we are that specific, when it's something that we ashamed of, why not be that specific when it's something that we're trying to uplift and empower? Does that make sense?
We got a long road to go with that one, you
Hmm.
know, because everybody gonna pick what they want to say, and you know what I'm saying, choose what they want to say at that
yeah.
particular time. It's kind of like
Because the
the
average, you
universal, the
gotta look at,
non-universal.
yeah, you gotta look at it. The average black person, regular, ain't really gonna use the word melanated.
Nah, they're not gonna use melanin.
You know what I mean?
They gonna say black.
Black on black. And then they keep telling us to stop saying it because of the, etymology of it all.
Yeah,
Well,
You know,
you know what?
how do you
They
say
got some schools of thoughts be like, don't say black, but then they'll go fill out application say they're African American. That's a corporation.
But see, again, they have no problem with that American aspect.
Yeah, you said that.
You
Well,
see what I'm saying? This is why I keep saying
I'm
that
gonna say this. I'm
because
gonna say this to
because
him.
they claim that with no beat. They claim that with no slant, with no nothing. It's just like, oh, I'm African American, or
But they
I'm Moorish American, or whatever they want to put on before that American.
and they say that you really shouldn't be saying black because when it comes to those applications, all of them typically say what
African
country,
American.
right, they've originated from, right? So if you're saying you're Asian, it's India and Southeast Asia, in that whole situation over there. If you say that you're Australian, you're Pacific Islander, you're coming from that space down there.
Salute.
So it's like I get what they're saying, but if you're just writing black, where does black come from? And that what the argument is.
Yeah.
Where
Salute to the
does
guys. Salute to the guys. Super Divine Minds. Peachy. Shay Keith _
Right, right.
Pre.
when we say racism, what we say? White supremacy. I say terrorism.
Dang.
Again, this is what our ops is not having. Our ops is not having this because they know they're committed to white domination. They ain't like, well, because the Russians, even though Russians and all of them, they still are considered what? White folks.
They still
Right?
consider who?
Right.
White
They still consider white folks.
Oh yeah.
Russian.
Yeah. Irish.
We
Irish
all look at
American.
them. Only us have this cultural identity that we have this identity crisis that we like, well, are we this? Are we that? Are we this?
But whose fault is that?
Ooh.
We already know the vibes. If they've burned documents, tore your history down to the ground, burned it, is that our fault?
Well, it's not our fault, but I will say we are some more free slaves on this plantation. So
Yeah.
I think we need to like move accordingly. Sometimes we can. But I'm this is real talk right here. I have been in one day, I've been in front of several different genre of people. They be saying nigga, they be saying black, they be saying goth, they be saying melanated, and I kind of like in that instance, I kind of like go with the flow, especially when I'm trying to like if I'm somewhere I'm trying to get my point across. But I do like some people say gods. I don't say God, but I will say for the listening audience, I'm saying God, but I'm using their words loosely because everybody's not gonna say the source, the all,
Right.
the creator of the balanced universe. So it has. I'm like Obasi. Like we it's like you use it here, you use it there, you use it here, you use it there. Maybe one day we will come together collectively and just embrace one name if it's Ebonic or not. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
Mm-hmm.
no, no,
uh,
no, because they always giving us names. You went from Negro, you went from color, you went from Afro American. What's the other? And I guess African American. They give us these names,
well,
and we pick them up.
it's called commerce. They got to label you. Hey, these
That's
blacks
what I'm
spending money
saying.
over here, man.
Right.
The African Americans get paid. Hey, man, they got to label you, man.
Why
Everything
all
is
the time?
labeled.
Why all the time over the decades and decades we was labeled as using different names to call ourselves. We was
I'm gonna tell
called
you this
colored.
because
So, but
he
going back to what Abbas was saying, they was calling us colored. So you go back to saying when we use the term melanated. Everybody is colored except the Urugu.
Mm.
yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna say it like this, man. In today's world, we have been a product of not winning the wars. So by you not winning the wars and you become a prisoner of war, Whoever wins the wars, they change the history and they label you, and that's all. That it is what it is at that point. But you know, like I say, since we freer, you know, on this Western European soil, I think if we unify together, we can pick something and I mean, you know, and use it. Maybe we should call ourselves the originators, the first, the beginners, the architects. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? So you know,
Then,
it's some more powerful words. Yeah, it's some more powerful words we can use.
but but like the common black person, like, I'm not going to use those words.
Nah, they ain't gonna use some words.
Right. And also because they just lack the basic knowledge of that.
Yeah.
What
But
else?
you know what, Ken? Hey, Ken, think about this, Ken. Think about how me and you met in the West End. And it's crazy we having this conversation. Me and Ken first met at the West End at the Marcus Garvey Fest. And it was some guys out there. They was, you know, they were speaking knowledge and stuff. And the one guy said, we need to change our status to white. I say, huh? To white?
I heard that before too. That's what they said doing. I heard that on your application. They said put yourself as white. So
sometimes it works. It just depends on how you moving around. I'm serious.
but
Sometimes
see,
it works, man.
that's a loaded statement. That's a loaded
Hey,
like
man, sometimes it works, man. I know a couple of sisters got hired like that. You know what I'm saying? But of course, because if your name is Shaquita, I'm just being for real. They know you put white. They know you're not white. If your name is Shaquan,
And what if
Shaquanika,
really white? Then what?
man, she been raised around some color people, man.
Bruh.
She been raised around
but
color
you know,
people.
you said something now that you said you've been around circles where cats will say this, they call each other.
Yeah.
Okay, think about when we say nigga. Now even conscious folks, we still use that word. Even just
They
talking,
do.
man, nigga.
They do.
Man, this. Look at the cover. No problem. No problem.
They do.
But that is the lowest form and the most derogatory term that you can use.
Yeah.
And then you even have people trying to argue and make it a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Right.
So that
Now,
all I'm saying is the psychosis of what we attach ourselves to and the comfort. It's like, no, get away from black. Don't call yourself black.
Hey, but
call yourself a nigga, and it's empowering. Niggas with attitudes.
But you know what's so funny? I heard each other cultures like I heard white people call each other niggas. I heard Hispanics call each other niggas. You know what I mean?
I done heard that too.
Fact.
I done heard that.
Okay,
too.
so we probably could have slide into the topic. So why did Kendrick tell Drake we don't want to hear you say nigga no more?
Man, because he's a culture vulture. Trying to rob the culture, man. He taking
because we know who that word really assigned to.
And then lo and behold, he trying to be like us. You know what I'm saying? The dark skinned brother.
Because
then,
that's what the nigga is attached to.
Hey, look,
he's light skinned.
Hey, then you know Vlad took up for him.
And then
man, Vlad is a bust.
And then, you know, on top of that, man, this guy that had a bar mitzvah. He been, you know, he has a rites of passage. He didn't have some form of enlightenment to move forward. I'm with Kendrick on that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't say the word no more.
Don't say that. But like Watto said, other cultures say it. They ain't gonna say it around us. They ain't gonna say it around the ones who they know.
Who?
Who
ain't gonna say it?
I said, like Ken said, he said other cultures. He said white folks call each other that. I said, yeah, they probably do. But they're not gonna say it around us.
Nah.
Because
they know who to
say.
No, they call each other that.
Yeah, we know that.
That's what I'm saying, but they wouldn't say it around us.
They sure do.
Check this out though. When I do my, let me check this out. When I do my lectures and I talk about the first bones found in Africa pertaining to the Twa people, I had one guy. He said, "Oh, the pygmies." No, man, that's like calling a black man a nigga. I told him, no, that's not what they call. And I let him know that's a derogatory term because it's actually the Twa people, or you can say the Sand people, the Anu people, not pygmies.
Word. What is going on, Obasi? I mean, what
I don't
You
know.
put me up on something. You
I
know,
don't
man.
know.
Come on, man. But
Bossy
Deion Sanders, you been talking
man.
about Deion.
I ain't
You been
been
talking about
Yeah.
Desmond Wilson.
Hey man, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Obasi, Deion told me to tell you, chill out because he gonna keep eating, and he said no matter what you say, he did it black first. This is what Deion told me. Deion said he did it black first. He said every man got flaws. He said so you. He told me to ask you when you see somebody fine walking down the street, you don't look at them. He said man to man. He told me to tell Obasi Kente, I'm human, and I have made a career for myself just because I want to try something different. That doesn't make me a bad person. He told me to tell you that for real.
That's what them down low men say too.
Oh.
That's what
Hey,
down
Queen,
low
you better
men
not
say.
laugh
They just
at
want
that
to try
joker.
something different. They just want to try something different.
Man,
You know, it don't make them
Obasi.
bad. They human. You know.
Obasi, you done ripped your arm off your shirt, man. You done got mad, man. What's going on?
That's that hope. It come out. That's that. But no, I mean.
That's funny.
Hey, check it out though. The Drake and Kendrick is still a distraction, even though it has calmed down. So now we left with the residue and the remnants of them dissecting every lyrical verse and trying to Google and find information.
Doing that?
Yes they are, man. Ken, what? Ken?
Hella
yes,
video
they are
doing that. Hella video.
Nah, I ain't going that far with that shit.
Yes,
Hell
they
nah.
do. Listen,
I ain't saying they don't.
If you if you are a content creator,
yep.
You is right now with you right now with that laptop open, getting it in.
Yep.
Oh yeah, if you're a content. But guess what though? Kendrick Lamar done. See, people ain't talking about this. You know, it's content creators that made all the reaction videos. Kendrick Lamar could have took all that money. It was a lot of money made. Them creators made. Guess what he done? He gave up his copyrights so that they could eat. Don't nobody talk about it.
That's called doing it for the culture.
Yeah.
Even though you already got it checked.
You can't get no realer than that. Can't get no realer than that.
Drake ain't giving him no money. 30, 40, 50 million. He giving no
Drake
money.
Can't give him no money because Drake signed the 360 deal. He got $400 million. So everything he come out with, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna get it. The Universal Music Group is gonna get it. Kendrick Lamar is independent. He could do what the hell he want to do.
Well, you know, Drake said Top Dog get half of his money.
It's crazy as hell.
Like I said, he's an independent artist. He could do what the hell he want to do, when he want to do it, how he want. Why you think he don't come out with an album every? He come out with an album in 3 years. Drake got to drop an album a year.
Well, I think
so the Universal Group, they got to get their money back. He signed a 360 deal. That means he not free. He a rich slave.
Well, I think also like you was talking about on our last one, the Lucian Grange, his boy toy.
He's the president.
The one who Drake is his boy toy. And that's who you really have to look at. You have to look at the Clive Davises. You have to look at these cats. These are the puppeteers. So when we saying again, like I said, we have to start listening at the truthers. You know, they label Kanye crazy, you know, whatever. But one thing we know, he always have stood on speaking up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Minister Server in the building.
Hey man, what did Kanye West say a couple of days ago or whenever? What's the
he was just saying he was just saying that dude there was his rich sugar daddy. and that's just the way he put it. That's the way Kanye put it. He said Drake has a sugar daddy, and his name is Lucian, and that's Lucian Grange. But Lucian Grange is also he's behind Ice Spice, Tekashi 6ix9ine. So when we're saying how are these culture votes coming into that, we got to look at who bringing them into it. So just like Vlad showed. I've been speaking about Vlad for years.
Yeah,
Vlad showed himself to be a Karen, and because he was
He
talking.
said a Karen.
You say who?
You said a Karen.
Yeah, Vlad showed himself to be a Karen because he inserted himself into this black on black hip hop, right? And people didn't take well to it. Our people didn't take well to it, but it was this one sister in particular who was a professor at Princeton, and she said, "Yo," and I'm paraphrasing, "Yo, you might want to sit this one out. This is our business."
Yeah.
So Vlad, being the Karen that he is, he says, "Oh wow, you telling me, a white man, that I can't speak on something that has to do with hip hop? I'm going to see what the people at Princeton want to do about this."
Right.
And he proceeded to use his white privilege, to try to get her job taken away.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about
you really high key in your feelings that much over a tweet over my own thoughts,
because you just told him he not included, Quinn.
I don't care.
You kicked him out the culture.
What you mean? You can't tell him he not included.
That shit is wild.
You see what I'm saying? That's the mentality, though.
He made millions of dollars off the culture. All them videos.
How much?
Get all the views.
I can't ever say that I've already given him the time of day because I looked at the name and I'm like, oh, he's like Russian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So his platform is predominantly talking about our business.
And
they go on there,
culture vote
on his show, they go on this, and they volunteer all this
information. They snitch on each other on that show.
Boosie is his
locked up, going on his show, and we still go there.
Boosie is his bottom bitch, his money maker.
That's
his bottom bitch. That's his one that's gonna stamp his. See, that's what they do. They find an ignorant or a house nigga, and he stamps them.
In the
they stamp them and make them. And it's just like the same thing. Another person, Gary Owen, the comedian.
Yeah, Gary Owen. Yeah.
We allow these culture vultures to come in, and Gary Owen.
But Gary Owen, he married to a sister, right? That's why they let him in.
He ain't Black. Look,
Black is married to a sister.
What?
I think they do.
That's why he in.
I think they divorced now. See,
it's called an obsession. You even get potentially kicked out of your family for that.
Wow. So check this out. So I wonder if Gary Owens and Vlad got the same disease when the Europeans come over to Kemet and they start making up Egyptology instead of calling it Kemet. Interesting.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna send to your house something that make you say, You
see what I'm saying? But this is why we can't keep the culture. Because the moment you say that pale face Eminem is not in the top, is not. And you know what? Black people don't even listen to Eminem.
Nope.
But they put him in their top 5.
Because
they
five.
They train. I ain't never been somewhere and somebody get in the car and say, hey man, turn that Eminem on, man. Clean out my closet. That's a throwback jam.
That's true though. I can agree.
Man, listen at that. Hey, y'all heard that new Eminem, Says Nobody.
And it's funny.
I did tell my wife, make sure when you go to Kroger, give me a pack of M&M's.
See?
Telephone call right now, I would tell you to get off my line.
But yeah, we could talk about people like Vlad and Adam 22 and all them. But we it wouldn't be no Vlad or Adam 22 and all them culture vultures if we don't participate. We give them the power. We participate.
Hey, you know what? Obasi right though, because Boosie do have a lot of videos on Vlad.
That's his bottom.
I want to because it's keeping Boosie relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's keeping him relevant.
Yeah.
You take it wherever you could get it. If you try, if your shine is crumbling, or if what I say, the fortune is taking place, those who are in power are gonna crumble, and those who are not, and it's gonna be authentic because that's the rightful. And which is why I still believe some type of reparations is coming, because the wheel of fortune really is on us. And I said before, just from a spiritual standpoint, karma has to correct this. If these people are trying to create an entire new world for bankruptcy from the corporation of the U.S. and then now digital currency, you know, digital this, a new world order. You have to pay your debts. You cannot create something new without paying old. So to me, it's like you've made all of this money. The only way to balance that out is to pay a rate, regardless of what that may look like. You have to do something. Otherwise, your plan doesn't work. It's just the laws of the universe.
Well, Queen, I have to bust your bubble. It's already kind of sort of a light New World Order. They already have us fighting amongst each other.
It's true.
You know what I heard the man, what is he says? A Jew said our plan is working because our two enemies are fighting each other, the Arab and the white man and the Arab. And you gotta think about it, you know, commercially, and you know, me and you familiar with money, international wise. They controlling that. You know
True.
what I'm saying? They controlling the whole chessboard. Well, I wouldn't say it's chess because chess you actually start off in a proper fashion. This is not even chess. They just whatever board, Monopoly board, they just dominate the Monopoly board.
It's true. I was talking to Shaka on my ride down back to Maryland, and I was on a turnpike, and 2 times I saw propaganda, you know, and one said, we support Israel, and it had half of the United States flag and half of the Israeli flag, and it said proudly paid by Rock or Greenbrook or something. I can't remember the name of my phone. Yes. And I was like, what the heck is that? And he was like telling me the sign behind it. And he, kind of like a green rock, kind of like a black rock. So I'm like, this is crazy that they got this on the Jersey Turnpike. And then further down, they have dedicated to police and military because, you know, they have that inverted American flag with the black and the blue. And it said the same type of thing: support your officers, support your military. So I'm like, that makes perfect sense because on one side of the road, you support the police and military, and on the other side of the road, you support the war directly in line with the military. On the turnpike, so people were seeing it every day. It's they're preparing them for what's about to happen.
Yeah. Sometimes,
You know,
sometimes they have to let you know what's going on.
Yeah, I get it.
you know, one more thing about Drake Sugar Daddy that Kanye said was that he was connected to people that control the banks in Africa.
Who?
Oh,
This Lucian Granger. He's the CEO of Universal.
Oh yeah.
But this is what Kanye said. He said, but he already got top dog that he answers to, and they have control over the banks in Africa. So this is why music is it's not a distraction when we're talking about music, because look at how music is the only thing that can change your emotions just like that. That if we listen to a sad song, it messes with your emotions.
Yeah.
You get down. We throw on some party up song, you turn up. When you throw on some R&B, Queen get to thinking about one of her boobs. You know what I'm saying?
Stop that.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was so crazy. I saw that post, but I started calling him a big brother talk. I started calling him a big brother talk. I said, next time. I got it next time.
But no,
really the sort of thing that I was about to post before this live, and I was like, I wouldn't do that before the live. They would be like, and on me, I already know it. So
but no, we have to look at it in that fashion.
Right.
So
you know, but to say that he's tied with people that got control over the banks in Africa.
Right.
This is why we can't move forward.
Right.
It's not just the laziness of the people that don't. If you into, like Queen just hit, propaganda, and you look at Edward Bernays, the so-called king of propaganda.
Yeah.
And when you look at how they do it, like she said, that billboard it had them on one side and it had them on one side.
Yeah.
Where are we?
First of all, we are in the air. Some of us in the air.
Oh, they get upset when we mention our lives.
Yeah. Some of us in the air, some of us is on the ground, and some of us are up under the New York subways. So, hey, it's a lot going on,
That's
man.
low.
That's low, man.
You up on the New York subway. Hey,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
tell you
man.
another. I tell you another current event that we need to get on, and Wado turned me on to this.
which one?
Is Tiffany Henry? Yo, Tiffany Henry is on her way. Yo, she wilding. She's
Boy,
wilding. She's
boy.
wilding, and those people are about to revolt against her up there in Illinois.
Hey, man.
Yeah, no, she
Listen.
the
Hey,
mayor.
listen.
Dalton,
Listen.
Illinois. Dalton, Illinois is like 20 minutes south of Chicago. It's really Chicago.
I'm gonna tell you this. She gotta have security when she leave the house.
Do she have security?
What?
All
She
the,
got
all
police
the police
and
Yeah.
security.
are with her.
She gotta have security when she leaves. Yeah.
When she leave from where?
Her
When she
house
leave from where?
anywhere. She can't be in public. She can't be in public.
He got security.
That's what
She
I'm
been
saying.
having security.
No, bro, she got security.
What?
Yeah.
And see, when we looking at the side effects of racism, white terrorism, and we looking at the side effects of like why we can't get forward, we say, well, we need black representation in office. But when you get somebody like her in office, this is what happens.
Right.
But she's been moved. She's been moved by agenda, and she is getting a major kickback. Listen, when you in these political arenas, and they know what you make because you so good, you so righteous, you filing your taxes allegedly. So they know your pay grade. They know what you're doing. So when you in them arenas, of course they're gonna offer you money. That's all it is, money. They offer you money.
Man, they ain't offering her nothing. She been
No,
taking
this
money.
Listen,
Nope. She been, man, do your research on her. She been taking money from the citizens, man, and making up her own rules. That's why you think she in the public eye like that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I have a friend back home.
Let me tell you one. Hold on. Let me tell you one of the things this lady done. This is just one thing, man. She took a whole lot of money, went on lavish trips, whatever. Guess what she done? An average traffic ticket up there, in the stoplight is like $50. Hey man, she ready, man, pull it up, man. Man, them people was paying $500 to $1,000 for a traffic ticket, and they was all in line in a row. And if they didn't meet the certain deadline, the ticket go up. She done that, man. She been up there gangstering some shit for real.
Wow.
Yo,
that's called loopholes in the system. That's called loopholes in the system.
Yeah, she know the loopholes because he was a trustee, so she already know the system. But shit, they gonna lock her up.
The thing is,
one thing out of many she done.
The thing that got me is she literally is running it like Nino Brown was running the car in New Jersey. Literally,
do your research on it.
She literally did a reenactment of him when the Carter was raided and they lost all of that. She literally did a reenactment with a little dog and everything.
Right.
And she
Right in the council.
people like they like just chumps.
Right
So,
in the council meeting. That lady wild, man. I think something wrong.
Wild.
And also, they tried to recall her, do a recall, but it was she got off. She beat it with a technicality. You know what I mean? And she came back the next month. No, a couple of weeks after that. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move, man. That girl crazy. She had one person. Y'all better have my money.
Yep.
Man, crazy, man.
Hey, look. Hey, man, it's called loopholes in the system.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but how long that's go last? That shit viral, man.
It's gonna last until that's state, so it has to last until the government get involved. Yeah.
I want to.
Because every state has its constitution that follows the main constitution, and sometimes every jurisdiction has their own constitution as well. It just depends on what's in the code for us, Illinois. You know what I'm saying?
But,
like Georgia's the OCGA It just depends on what's in the official code of Georgia, what you can get away with and what you can't.
Well, I go back to what like Hibachi said. Hey man, you want to see people like us in the system, but what you gonna do when they do stuff like that?
That's what the Dick Act is for. 1902 Dick Act. It's for you to have a firearm to remove politicians who misuse the people. Yep, look it up. 1902 Dick Act. That's why they can never get rid of your civil liberties too. Cause you supposed to that's a law. Every person in the United States supposed to be armed. But they break it up with each municipality or something like that has its own constitution that follows the United States Constitution. So it's everything is a lot of legal jargon.
That's crazy. So I want to quickly mention something that was in the news a couple of days ago.
All right.
So it says there was a flight with 200. Shout out to my homegirl Kalisha who sent this article to me. There was a flight that landed in Jamaica with 253 foreigners from India in their airspace, and when they landed, two of the people that were there, so there was 253 people on board, but they only had 251 names.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of their documents didn't match, so they felt like it was a major security concern and sent the whole damn plane back. So they said it was a German registered aircraft, and so I guess they just basically felt like, there was just too many security threats, possible breaches in laws. They felt like, the Ministry of National Security was just like, nah, we don't even want this in here. So I don't know where they went back. They did receive approval to land the flight, but again, upon everyone getting off the flight. So when you get off the flight in Jamaica, the airport is so small. They literally talk to every single person. And I know, like, when I was there for COVID, they had to take temperatures, they had to write your name down, you had to sign this paperwork. Like, they talked to every single person. It took us like 4 hours, and there were flights arriving the whole time, so it's like if you see a whole bunch of Indians arriving on your airspace off the plane, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
real talk.
Where y'all going? Y'all don't even allegedly like black people.
No, right. They don't. Obasi, where you at?
It's crazy. Then I'm talking about all this plane stuff because I literally just got off the plane.
Right.
It says that flight attendants who were arrested, some of them worked for Delta Airlines for smuggling like $5 million of drug money to the Dominican Republic. And the youngest person was like 24 years old, and the oldest was like 40, 45, something like that. And I'm like, the reason why this is a cause for concern is they're flight attendants. So you already have the fastest security, you already have the fastest clearance. You don't have to get your bags checked. You just literally walk right through.
Walk right on through.
So again, think about the Dodd-Frank Act. What was the whole thing about documentation, lack of documentation? How did these people get into the United States with limited information and identification, taking flight classes and so on and so forth? This goes into another issue of security. You're allegedly the Homeland Security, and just basically let this happen. So how many hundreds, possibly thousands of flight attendants there are for each airline? Like, do you really have that much trust in your people? Like, what does that do? For everybody, they already run you down. That's why I'm like, I was saying to Shaka, I'm like, there has to be a way that they about to shut everybody in the house. Like,
well, one of my thing is, one of the 5 forms of government is anarchy. So in my studies, these particular letter groups already know all of the security risks and the security breaches, but they need that level of anarchy. They have to have a certain amount of negative energy to report. They have to have a certain amount of negative energy that is in a constant flow in this Western European society, and sometimes even abroad around the world, so they can continue to perpetuate madness and to put forth the effort in all of their plans, which is diabolical.
It's insane.
Do the research. FBI know everything. CIA know everything. KGB know everything. All
Oh
these
yeah,
letter people know
of
everything.
course.
They know
Yeah,
everything. They
yeah.
send their spies and tell them, yo, go to this person. He's sleepy. He dumb. Go to this person, and they walk on through.
And you know what's so crazy though? Just to talk about the Alphabet Boys, like I felt like one time I was getting approached by them at random places because every guy that kept walking up to me kept telling me the same story.
Oh
And
yeah.
I swear I'm not lying. So it happened to me in Reno and it happened to me once in Alabama. And I was like, they have to work for the Alphabet Boys. And I don't even know why they're approaching me at this point. And this was during 2021 when I was talking crazy on Instagram. And I was like, why does these guys keep saying the same story? Like their dad died, they're left with kids, they were deeply depressed, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I feel like I heard this same fucking story somewhere before. Like, is that the script? And I just was like, I think I'm gonna lay low on a traveling for a little while. And that's exactly what I did. Cause I'm like,
Oh
why
yeah.
y'all like, what's good?
Well, you know
Any
they
any
know who
any.
Wanda was on.
Yeah, they do.
Huh?
They know
Yeah.
who Wanda was on. Cause I remember lived some years ago when I was out there boycotting. We was at the FAA building, not the
Hmm.
FAA
Hmm.
building, the federal government building.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, one of them officers, man, they called me by my name. You know who you are, Ken White, and a couple of more people that was out there. And then my face after that, like a day later, my Facebook page went down for about 2 weeks. Then I made a new Facebook name and everything, and then after 2 weeks, my old Facebook profile came back up. So they know who we are.
Yeah.
Over
So
it.
I'm
You
not
know what
gonna
makes
I'm not gonna
about
tell my story.
you know what makes me think about it from when I used to do when I think it was like 2018, 2019, I was doing like Nan walks, with Al Sharpton and that whole group because I was the
yeah,
secretary
the name,
of,
yeah,
of
y'all
the
familiar with name?
chapter in Newark, New Jersey. And anytime we would do those walks, I think you had to put the name of the person on the bus.
Hmm.
So Oh, that makes perfect sense why they would know who you are. Because there's an actual public record. Because if we didn't have to pay no money to get on these buses, they're actually providing the bus for you. So that means at some point they're writing this off in taxes. So you have to keep a record of these things. We spent $2,500 for a 7, Greyhound busage. Each bus costs $2,200 or whatever the cost it is for the trip down for the day to go to
Right.
DC. Okay, how many people are going to be on a bus? And I promise you, it wouldn't even be a full packed bus like it would be back in the G Day. 20 people, 30 people on a bus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you're right. That's how they would know my name. I did that a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's
They
crazy.
they keep track because there's a law word called willfully ignorant. It's in the United States Corporation best interest to keep the people of the United States willfully ignorant. Willfully is a strong word. That means you are willingly being ignorant of the things that are going on privately and publicly right before your eyes. So if you are willfully ignorant, that means we're going to keep constantly pumping into you all this negative energy. And then if you're someone who speaks truth to power, then court, yeah, they don't want nobody to be out alarming the public. Some people like us alarming the public, no, they don't want that. They want you to be willfully ignorant. Take that law word out, willfully ignorant.
Mm, that's insane.
And let me say something. No, over the years I'll be saying, hearing people saying, oh, I don't know, I don't do social media. I don't know, I don't want them to know. Hey man, let me tell you something. While you carrying that phone, they know who you are and got all your information.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I was just saying that to my cousin early on the phone today because, you know, I'm at this wedding. My phone, I didn't have service. I didn't want to use it. I'll say otherwise it's like 25 cents a minute. But my phone was in my purse somewhere safe, but in the vicinity of where I was, right? We were still out in the backyard hanging out. And my friend's playlist played I'll Be Sure. And I was like, oh, this is my song, you know, night and day. So I'm like, you know, it's been a while. I haven't heard this. And Apple Music has a playlist where every week they'll put your favorite songs on, you know, just based upon, I guess, your music history for that week. And I kid you not, I'll Be Sure was on my playlist this week, along with 2 other songs that I heard at that event that day.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
I didn't even have my phone in my hand the whole time. Do you know what I mean?
AI. That's that AI.
Yes. I'm like, this is way too far. Way too far. Yeah, I want to mention I didn't really look too deep into it, Ken, but remember you sent us the bill last night about them being able to put like food and stuff, body parts in food or something.
Yeah, Shockey sent that to me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they been past that law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was all.
Yeah, they've been working on that for a while, man. Yeah. And I think they're trying to trademark the process or something like that.
Oh.
Patent a trademark, something like that. Yeah.
Patent trademark.
Mm-hmm.
But how we know that they not even they already doing it? How we know they're not already doing it?
Well, I hate to say it, they've been doing it.
Right.
That's what I was saying, because I heard a thing years ago about Beyond Meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know that burger that
Yeah.
like beat blood or whatever the hell they called it. And we were tripping like, oh wow, this is really cool. It's not meat, but it bleeds, you know, kind of like a hamburger, but you want to believe it. But then you don't realize that you're probably eating meat. And then I have found out, or I should say I heard, I wish I kept that article for life. But it was like, you know, Beyond Meat is made in Washington State or Oregon State where legally you could use human remains in food.
Okay. Yeah,
and
I
now
heard that.
we're putting the meat inside of those Beyond, you know, burgers.
That's what I be talking about. These particular states with these jurisdictions, check out the laws locally. Mm-hmm. And then also Google an old video of Rabbi Finkelstein. Google that old YouTube video, Rabbi Finkelstein. He tells all about how they've been putting humans and selling them as meat in McDonald's, Burger King's. Video.
Oh yeah, look,
old video.
It says, Rabbi Abe Finkelstein, McDonald's cannibalism.
Yeah. He say how can you have on a billboard so many billion served? He said, where they getting all these cows from? No. He say they believe in drinking the blood of their enemies. So what they do with the bodies? Grind it up, feed it to the people. It's meat. Your Burger King, your McDonald's, you know. And then you have to look at it too. I tell this all the time. A lot of these corporations are shareholders of the corporation of the United States of America. And as Queen, you know, if you're a shareholder, you have to follow the bylaws. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what they are. You got to follow them. Because if you're a shareholder, you have to follow the bylaws.
Yep, and they got a board of directors.
It's all Obasi's fault because he ain't on her.
We only got a couple of more minutes, man.
Man, so also there's major global warming. I just want to say, by the way, I haven't seen nothing else since it said Cerebral Assassin 221 joined in the comments. Like I haven't seen nothing since then. So there's a major flooding going on too in Brazil. I don't know if anybody has seen that. So
I saw that.
It said 95 people have died due to heavy rainfall and floods, and about 1 million people affected in 385 municipalities. It says like 150,000 people have been displaced. They're also saying that they will have to now go through the process of attempting to move the people whose homes were affected in the wet areas to now rebuild them up on the dry land until they figure out how to alleviate the issue of this rain. And what was so interesting, the whole time we were in DR, every single day it was raining.
Wow.
Talking to my home, he's like, hey, I just want to let you know you went during rainy season. You really may not see the sun that much. And no kid you not, I want to say he made that comment, and from every day forward, it was sunny with no rain, which made me now think this rain was so bad in the Caribbean and in South America because Dominican Republic is close to the equator, which is where South America is, Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So that weather just shifted down to Brazil and gave them the over. So it's El Nino, which creates, new weather patterns, so on and so forth. But what's so interesting is that DR said the rain is less this year than it is than any other year so far. So this weather shift, these chemtrails, all this stuff that they cut down a shit ton of trees in the rainforest lately, it's all causing the weather and the Earth's atmosphere to be thrown off. Yesterday,
Yeah.
I've never been on a hot plane before. Never in my life. I'm turning on the air at the top. I'm like, bro, I can't, I'm suffocating. And I got this rude grandma who keeps elbowing me every 4 minutes. I couldn't even watch a movie. So instead I started watching Aquaman. But they were like, you have to keep the shades closed the whole flight to keep the plane cool.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard no one say this before. No lie, because I'm rebellious. I lift up the shade because I was like, I feel so much heat coming on my arm. Like, I'm sitting next to the window, like, what is the deal? I lift up the shade and put my hand on the window. It was so hot, like you touched the oven door. It was so hot. I was like, okay, it is extremely hot. The sun is on 1,000. Like, this is a real serious global warming situation. I've never felt a light plane window that hot in my life. They're not going to be able to fly that high for too much longer.
No.
Right.
No, they're going to stay low.
Right.
Well, family, we're finna get up out of here. We thank everybody for tuning in to the live. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, check us out on YouTube, Vocal Dialect Podcast. We all be on our Queen Goddess Hope and Water I Kill. Me, Knowledge Born 7 on Basi Kente. We got a various topics and all of us have our own authenticity on this particular YouTube page. So check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us, a lot of our energy on here, and some of our old energy versus some of our new energy. It's all good energy. But yeah, check out the Vocal Dialect.
Check us out on
TikTok. TikTok as well. We're gonna coming back and start doing our lives on IG as well too. So we building a platform and hey, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Right.
Peace, family. Peace.
Peace.
Black woman, black hips, black kiss, black